Oh. Alright, let's get ready to move it over. Nope. Haha! Success! Maddie wins, flawless victory. We're only a little bit early. It's fine. Dangaonronpa. Howdy, Predator. We're gonna find out who killed Mechamaru. It's gonna be great. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. The pre-prep of rights. Alright. Let's see if we have any more skills. I don't... Oh, right, we do. We did get the increased max speed. We have so many extra skill points. You mentioned on popcorn if you had any? Alright. Can I, like, real quick, is there another skill I can afford? Alright, Usami. I can only have 2. Can I take downshift if I wanted? I don't really want downshift. I think we're just stuck with it. Alright. Let's finish our preparations. Alright. Let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
A perfect way to start the stream, Monokuma. Thank you.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for
Question?
who done it.
I'm completely in the dark for who the killer is. Yeah, I have no fucking clue. Also, Mikan's thing is a little medical plus. And Ibukis are drumsticks. All of the X's are, like, special. Hold on, we gotta see more. I only just realized these small differences. I don't see anything for Hyoko's and Mikan's. They just seem normal. Yeah. I guess they're kind of like bloody on that one for the sword slashes. Obviously, we had the fork and knife one. We knew that one from before. Look at all of our lack of friends. There's so many of them that are dead. Kamaru's dead. Looks like there's like a finger pointing at the end of the one. So maybe like a Kochi thing? Anyway.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
Yep.
If you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
To be fair, those two are hard to make slashes with a dancer and a photographer. Yeah, it's true.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Aw, curry? I want curry.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
You're not even a real rabbit, Monami.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
She's gonna figure it out. It might be a suicide if, you know, we repeat the pattern from last game that was pointed out, but I don't think they'd do that twice.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
That would be good. That's it, I trust everyone in this room. Fuck!
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
We were.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Kazuchi, shut up.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Oh yeah, we were, Kazuichi. It was a great time.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Oh,
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
she is.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
What? What are you madaming me for? Split on her face. Fuck! Damn it, I walked into that one.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
We have no leads, Akane.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
How can you prove that, Akane?
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Akane, that's a terrible line of logic.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
So there's Mizuki and Akane.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Nope. Nagito, quit it.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. Do you think at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Alright, Mizuki's the nurse, right? Mikan is the nurse. Broken door, pillar fragments, tipped over pillar.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
Him at the start was the weapon. Like he said, it looks like that to be the case, but... Alright, let's read some of these things. Tipped over pillar. Even two people couldn't budget. Yeah, no oil is the big thing. Chain, Akane's account, pillar fragments. Clock. Why does it feel like half the things are missing? Hold on.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
Oil on the floor. I'm gonna try the oil with the hat.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No, okay. Let's do the crap out of Nekomaru. Different weapon, use that to beat up Nekomaru. Ow! Alright.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
Just bring up the hammer on the hammer?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Yeah, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
Alright. Yeah. You never know.
I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Yeah,
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
that sounds like the inverse logic, Kazuichi.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
These twinks can't make a dent in his metal frame. Damn!
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta!
Baby gangster? Me?
He is pretty baby gangsta.
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
No, you weren't, Kazuichi.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Yes, sir, she might.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
The pillar could have fallen on him.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Yes. The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something in the crime scene that had it.
I see.
Give me that health. Oh, come on!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's no use, it's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Is it Nekomaru?
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
I mean, not wrong.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Yeah.
Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Aw, it's okay, Akane. You're trying. In fact, the man's original body would have been able to do it as well. Nah.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit
But
suicide.
that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Yes, if you could just knock it over.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
Yes.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
Good call.
All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
Yay, look at them trying.
Sonia, here I go!
We're both used. Alright, Sonia, come on. The wire, the good night button, oil on the floor. I'm gonna guess the good night button or the wire.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Alright, hold on. Take a time, take the moment to read. So those are both orange ones, so we have to debate them.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Okay.
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Yeah, it's a lot of stopping to read right now. Kazuichi's couch. Even two people couldn't budget. What do we have again?
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl!
I have no idea.
I'm getting hella excited!
Maybe I grab Pillar's weight and counter with it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and
Nah, I'm okay for now.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Yeah, let me try to figure it out for a bit. That's the point of the game.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, okay. So the fact that the killer tipped over the pillar. Geez, cease your questioning and stay back. The killer tipped over that pillar. Alright. This gives us a second at least. The wire, good night button. Put it on the floor. Take over pillar. I think we grabbed the pillar fragments.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Alright. Look, we got there, we got there.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Hey, it's the glass fragments all over again.
I
All right.
we considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
Oh?
I see. That was entirely my bad.
Oh, it's okay, Sonia.
If they didn't tip it over, Then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Kazuichi, why are you trying to set us off the scent?
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Nagito, watch it. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Oh?
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
Wow, Nagito! Fuck you!
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
Ugh.
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Wow, fuck you!
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Damn, Nagito!
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Yeah, why aren't you talking like a lunatic? I kinda miss you as a lunatic.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough.
Oh?
But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
Oh?
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh?
Ultimate weapon?
Something that we don't know about and isn't in our truth bullets?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
Have we?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
We have Gundam.
Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Oh no, it's Gundam!
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No Gundam.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
We're on a tangent!
I see.
Aw, look at him. He's all shy and cute.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Alright, let's solve the secret of the funhouse. I'm down for that.
The secret of the funhouse?
Yes, the secret of the funhouse.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Nagito, fuck off.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Ah! Stop. Why?
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
I'm just a reserve student.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
Yes.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Ooh, she's on a roll.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
I don't think it's a central tower. I think it's a side tower.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Boo.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Kazuichi, shut up.
Faux show. I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Alright. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Goodnight button, tripped over pillar, Riiko's account, strange feeling in tower.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
They are.
That's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same price. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Dang, oh, wow. I got overzealous. Dude. Well, I should have different colors. Like I said, the problem has already been settled. Alright.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same price. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
Not the important part.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Oh, yeah. The whole time we've been thinking of the two towers of the same building, but if it's the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Nope, nope.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
What else do I have just to be safe?
It's weird to say they're both the same price. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Kazuichi, quit being a sim.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same.
They're not the exact same place.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Wow, wait, hold on. What happened with your kingdom?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Kazuichi, I am the queen of rebellion and you will know it.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
Not even. Nah, Kazuichi can leave. We might do something with Sonia. She could be fun.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? You seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Nope. I think it's a different floor.
Is wrong.
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
No! Alright, bring it on, Sonia.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That is the stupidest thing someone said all day.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Monokuma would not... never mind.
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
No.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
But then there's all the oil stains.
Just like if there's no bread, let them eat cake.
Wow! Okay, cool. I guess we have to kill Sonia now. Rebuttal showdown. Oil on the floor. Oil on the floor. Oil on the floor.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
She's overcoming great confidence. Need to counter remarks and wait for an opportunity to refute
There
her.
are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Oh, cock! Cuck! Alright.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Ah, we're one cut shy. I've got to do better. Alright. Special Princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. Need to counter remarks, wait for an opportunity.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Ah, I'm one cut shy. I really need to get the sword upgrades. Alright.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Got it! Advance!
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Yep.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Alright, we got it.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Yes, it wasn't everything. Yes!
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
It's true. Alright, we got her.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
Yeah, that's right, Sonia.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's okay. We'll just have to kill you later.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Kazuichi, put the boner away.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
No, they are.
We can't be certain of that either.
Simp.
Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
I think they are, but
Not
different
the same
floors.
building or two different buildings. Then what are they?
You type simp every time he's on screen. Truth.
No idea, huh?
Mystery ties to the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Alright, Nagito, fine. You win this round.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Why is Monami so concerned?
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Don't make me play by the rules. I'm a cheater, Nagito. You can't do this to me. I speedrun.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Go on. Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that.
Determine he's an ass.
The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Of almost killing yourself with Russian roulette. From the appropriate action to learn, what could he be talking about? Dude, the life-threatening game.
See. You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
Yes, and I know, but he doesn't know. Actually, I don't even know, because it didn't show me.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
I just realized that the shape of this room is a hexagon, which implies that the strawberry floors are higher than the grape floors to make up for the hexagonal building, which is why the entire layout of the strawberry house fits within the layout of the grape house.
From that
So it is just one building, really tall.
Very strange scenery.
scenery?
And the elevator goes around between the two. And the reason that you can't be in that room with anything is because it rises and falls to the two different layers. It's basically there are two elevators in the building.
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Mm-hmm. He is lucky. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room.
Which is too high because we're at Treetop. It should not be that way on the first floor.
But don't you think it's weird?
Yes, I do. Nagito, I already know.
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Well, not seeing a second building would be one, the tower being its own thing, and again the treetops. I think I'm onto the right thing. Just gonna be proving it. Lots of things should make that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? It's like a suspicious spot. The trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Yep.
I see. And is that it?
No, there's other stuff. Next, there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Up over here.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Alright, that's two.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call.
Thank you, Nagito.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me,
Still an ass, yep.
if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Well, better an ass than a simp, right?
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Fucking rude!
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Oh? The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
Unless there's secret passages.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figure out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor, using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Please not Hangman's Gambit. Oh, thank God, it's Logic Dive and we're super fast. Alright, refresh. Controls refreshed. Woo! We got 2 speed upgrades. Oh god, our turning speed could use some work. Oh god. Fuck! Alright, maybe I want to slow down a bit. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yes, they exist. Alright. Bullshit! Alright, game's cheating now. Jumping over holes now officially safer than trying to... Whoa! Navigate stuff. At least I don't take a lot of damage when I get hit. There we go. Question 2. Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or 2 different buildings? The same building. We got speed! Speed run! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Whoa! I'm actually too fast? Alright, hold on. Gotta work this out. I'm actually too fast. Okay, let's speed up a little bit. Actually, let's avoid this. Just try to jump over it. Nope. I literally can't. I'm too fast. Alright, maybe if I... Can I still jump while holding? Maybe I can, like, try to jump 2 of them? Nope, I can't. Jump super early, maybe? Okay, jump over this so that I'm not as fast. Real! Okay, well. It's no use, I can't go on any longer. I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me? Well, that was kind of bullshit. Dude! Woohoo! Fuck you! By majority vote, it's apparently Hajime! With no evidence! Dude.
This is my...
Victory try? Yes, please.
We will never give up.
Ah. Alright. I'm actually too fast. Okay, so we're gonna have to try to navigate this properly. It didn't feel like I lost 4 minutes. Do I lose like a significant amount of time? Ah! No, I don't seem to lose time when I like fall. So that wasn't it. Dude. Did that take away time? I don't want to... Maybe me hitting those things? Do they exist? Do... Whoa! Yeah, I think I'm just literally too fast. They are the same building. Alright, we got plenty of time to try this one. We gotta just get a bit of speed. Jump here. I'm just gonna try to skip over those. Okay, I think I might lose a little bit of time when that happens. Speed, jump, jump. Okay, we'll grab this one. Nope. Ah! We're literally too fast. I have a minute. Jump that. Slow down a bit. Jump, jump, jump. Go. All right. How are they positioned? Vertically. Alright. Hi and bye. At least some of the people forever. Ugh. Jeez.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
I have to turn down the speed because I'm literally too fast.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Someone's yelling outside. Hold on. What are they saying? Someone. Drunk or high.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Yep.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry's located? Dude, floors above Grape
I
House.
see.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
Yay!
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Oh snap, she is trying.
But
Hopefully it's nothing you be
what
concerned
the
about.
shape of the building?
Hopefully not.
The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
Mm-hmm.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
Mm-hmm.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Yep.
And it worked, didn't it?
Yes, the 3D rendering.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Oh no, we got Kuma. What do we win?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I guess.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Hooray, I got Kuma.
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Elevators, Gundam, elevators.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple.
Kazuichi, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Yeah, fucking put him down, Sonya.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Monokuma file, the wire, good night button, tripped over pillar, broken top. Strange feeling in the tower.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Alright.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever
You
heard.
mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
She's into goth boys.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? Is severely damaged, despite the fact that his arms... Dude. Aside from that, several other areas of the body are different because there's only functions. Shut down. Broken doorknob, strange shape in the tower. Alright, let's try it. Something like even possible.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
Dude.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Okay, nope. I was hoping that the doorknob maybe because it yeah. That makes any sense. I've got something to say it.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Dude.
You mean a fake body?
Dude. Hmm.
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
The pillar?
So
Because...
which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Dude. Yeah, because it would have been needed two
I'm gonna solve
pillars.
this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Right. Technically, Nekomaru isn't a machine. He's a mechanical organism. A magnetic field was unleashed at the time the meteorite landed, causing a bizarre reaction from the machinery. Which does not matter how often you mention streaks, you will not undress myself. Alright.
I'm gonna...
Dudes. Dude. Several others of audio damage. Let's go with the chain.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Nope. Fuck.
Damn it!
Time is my greater enemy here. Hmm. Maybe the fringe feeling the tower?
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Damn it!
Let's try the other one.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, there's too much other stuff than just the body. Alright, we're good?
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Oh.
Me?
That sounds like we needed a different piece of fucking evidence.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts are all carefully arranged. When I assembled the body, all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
No, you're just a simp.
You are joking, right?
Nope.
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Oh, god damn it, he was the only one that I had suspect.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
I don't know.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
Nah, but
I see.
he only even got all of it fixed because Nagito happened to have the right tools for it, though.
I'm even more disappointed.
Yeah, she doesn't like you.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator that I've been saying for an hour? A device like that? A device that transports things from different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Alright, Hangman's thinking we know how to spell elevator. Elevator, yep. Oh, and it's being nice giving me the letter to start. Oh! Oh my god! It's the nut gambit! Alright, this one we won't need for a while, so let's get rid of that. We can hold this V. Actually, we can very hold that V. Elev. A. There's an R. There we go. Elevator. I better get 200 points for that.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
No, I'm saying the entire tower is a fucking elevator.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
There we go. Look, Hajime's a step ahead.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
Yes.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Because the floor was changing.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Mm-hmm.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
To obfuscate you and make you think that it's a two-way building?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Other than to throw you off.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Because that door is on a different floor. A floor that is technically... no, above.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
Because that door doesn't lead anywhere. It would literally lead into the abyss. The void.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Exactly. Chiaki. Peak points.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Alright.
Why do we have to do that?
Because, Kazuichi, I will end you.
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. Includes the body, pillar, the oil. We've been talking about the stuff for a while now. It's all the stuff on the floor. Shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they move with the elevator. The one thing they all have in common, dude, they're all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Uh-huh. There's something unique about that elevator? Dude. You're gonna do it once at a time. Only the floor moves. It's a normal circle. Only the floor
I
moves?
see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Yes.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Different doors.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
Well, strawberry door probably leads out, and grape door probably leads to your death.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Slow Panda Monokuma.
Did you hear that, Monami?
I called it!
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Oh yay, gentle caresses. I like gentle caresses. Wait, don't you swoon! You hate him!
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
You're the... Yeah, never mind.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
Yeah.
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
It's true. Like you said, you could probably use the parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. What, even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen with the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button to the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all, huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything, was done to tamper with the evidence so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
But then breaking the elevator... never mind.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
Vertical! Yay! That's the word of the
killer
day.
Wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Maybe.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Power? Intelligence? Information?
You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What is a Gundam?
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Yes! Eat it, simp!
You
Alright.
said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Yes.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. I see, now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
Nope.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
Gundam, we've already proven no on that one. And time to pull out the fun piece of Kazuichi information.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
It means the elevator goes wee in like a cool diagonal pattern around the building, really smooth.
What does this mean?
Sonia, quit simping. I agree, what does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back is facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower is on my right. And when my back is facing the elevator in Strawberry House, it's on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Alright, this should be Kazuichi's account, right? Kazuichi's account.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
Just to make sure that that is the correct statement. Dude. Yep, 180 degrees. Alright.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
I think it's opposite
It's clearly
directions.
contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
I think they like each other, Kazuichi.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Nope, fuck. Alright. I guess it's vertically.
Damn it.
It's fine. We haven't died except for that thing we couldn't complete.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
It can move both.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Me?
Yes, you! Come on, work with me.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
rotated 180 degrees?
Yes.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Man, you gotta love these
Which
graphics.
means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Yes.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Yep. Spiral elevator.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
You've forgotten that's where we are, Fuyiko.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Yes, Monokuma.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
I'm glad you're having fun, Monokuma.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
God damn it.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Alright.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Rope tension?
You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
Oh.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
God damn it, Nagito, quit being a shithead.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Twice as many sides? What's an octagon means? It's an 8-sided shape?
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Fuck you, Nagito.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
It's generally a fight arena. Place befitting your name Octagon. It's probably... uh-oh. Yeah? There's Octagon? Oh, why? Crap! Everyone's staring. It looks like I made a fool of myself in front of everyone. I don't get any more time. Inside the tower? But isn't the tower circular? Looks like a little misunderstanding.
Crap!
This would be the Octagon.
Crap!
Strawberry House locked in?
Crap!
Maddie does not see any octagons here. Because that's a hexagon. I think that's inside Strawberry House, a Grape Hall. You're right. Looks like I did a little misunderstand. Fuck. I'm taking a lot of damage, but I don't see any octagons. What the fuck am I looking for here? Doot. I have no fucking clue what I'm looking for here. I have 13 seconds.
Crap!
There we go.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
I didn't think I pointed to anything, but sure.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Weird. But you know what? Sure.
That's basically the gist of it.
Well, we lost a lot of
The
health.
identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Alright.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Uh-huh.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery.
Uh-huh.
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Nagito, calm the fuck down. You were just being helpful.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
God damn it, Nagito. Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Class suspended.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami! I can already tell it won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it straight away! I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious stuffedly! That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuffedly, huh? Take this. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all 3 of these words would be... Ta-da! Stupidly! Oh, what? There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stupidly.
Yes, I'll save my cohort progress, thank you. Trial resume! Alright.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
You know what? It's kind of warm, but it's otherwise okay.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Damn, I feel that. Is that glue, or is that the remote for my air conditioner? Where is the remote for the air conditioner? Oh, there it is. There we go.
My heart's thumping like crazy.
Go, Monami's heart.
I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Alright.
Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Oh, wait, this was on the PSP to start, wasn't it?
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
No. I refuse.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Wow, Chiaki.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
I thought you did. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'm fine with him accepting that he likes his life.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I was sincerely retract that remark.
Alright, hold on. I gotta stop for a second as he's being an asshole. I gotta close the windows. Can't be blasting AC with windows open.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
He would.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such action.
Yeah, I can't think of who it would be. Your order will be here at 9:34 p.m. It's 9:17. I'm already eating. Man, I wish. I'm hungry.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged if he's beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be the kind that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that utilized the building structure? Dude. Falling?
I see!
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
No, they used the wire to hang him from the door handle and then he fell off.
That I don't know yet.
He hit the top of the pillar, which is why his blood is there, and then fell from there. Okay, I'm starting to put it together.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Okay, I don't know who done it. I just know how they did it.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
I mean, is it Gundam? I have no fucking clue. Was it himself?
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? I'm going to reach the truth behind the incident. We need to solve that mystery next. Door handle? Door handle? Broken doorknob. Suzu's already done Dangaonronpa. Yeah, but they've suggested it might be done in this one as well.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
Good night button.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Yep. I saw it. It's all up to me.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Thank God for natural regen.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object in...
No, that's wrong.
Just put him in nap mode. He has a sleep mode, baby. Just move you out of the way there.
Should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Yes.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
We all wish we had a sleep mode. Just press the button, good night, just like a cat.
I see.
Oh, Binks gets a treat.
So that's how...
Well, he just laid down. I'm gonna let him rest for a bit. Then he'll get his treat.
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Wow! Fuck you, Sonia.
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create a drop inside an elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chucky seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? That if they were my fronts. The wire, goodnight button, the pillar, chain, broken doorknob.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Dude, the doorbell has something to do with, but I really don't know. Stop saying things that don't make sense and takes me so seriously. Wire and doorknob.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
There we go.
Agree with that.
Come on, Fuyuhiko. High fives. My new best buddy.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Yes.
And suspended
Ah.
Nekomaru in midair.
Look at him. He's a little sleepy boy.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Monokuma, no.
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
God damn it, Kazuichi. Alright, Simp, let's fight.
What if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Oh.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
True. Alright, he does have a good point. Rebuttal shutdown. The wire, tipped over pillar, you're looking. His radio clock? Thinking? Clock alarms timer? Radio clock? Yeah. It's one of these
Even if
clocks.
they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off.
Oh, wow.
There's no way they could do that.
I agree with what Kajui's wondering. It seems certain that a difference in elevation inside the tower was used to kill Nekomaru. Need to find an answer to counter Kazuichi's
Even
remarks.
if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Alright.
Doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do... Now's the time if you want to... But in that case, you still won't be able to... Moving the elevator with Nekomaru in... It's just impossible. End of story.
Broken doorknob. Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Damn it!
Alright.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Okay, we got him.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Nope. Fuck. Alright. Dude.
Crap!
Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Fuck. Are you even saying? What am I even saying?
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me to cut.
Hey! I knew it had to be a clock, but we got it.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Probably.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
This is true.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
Nope. Door handle broke.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! Ooh! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Clatter, 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 clatter. Not yet. Here it comes! The incredible strength of 1,000,000 horsepower! Roar! Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, you'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was, that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to
I
find.
see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Oh my god, is he coming to a realization?
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking
Oh,
pig, you can
god
say so.
fucking damn it! Ah! Simp.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
God damn it, Simp, stop it.
off on this.
He very much does.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yes. Doesn't mean Nekomaru crossed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell on the floor, the only thing I can think of happened was he collided with the pillar.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Yes, the pillar, Akane!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
Yes, we're getting there.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Good girl, Akane. Go have another bean bun.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta!
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
No! You are now baby gangsta.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
Which means it was set for 7:30 p.m.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Unless we all missed it because someone changed the time on the other two clocks.
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But if I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Good night button, Fika's going with the wall clock. Wall clock.
We headed for Grape Tower.
I'm gonna guess wall clock.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Well, that one.
Gotta be it!
It's a radio clock. I'm close to the necro. Crush one possibility at a time if I'm going to get through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Alright, one at a time.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest...
Gotta keep shooting statements to get those
was
chivos.
set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside.
It's a radio clock. That one can't be messed with.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with a clock?
That clock, anyway.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do.
Yes.
So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
Yes, Nagito, because we like you and you're a friend. Now stop being shitty.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
Oh, flirty face.
I never
misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what is it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Alright, sounds like logic dive. Hopefully, there's not another triple jump that we die on. That would be nice. Alright, we're fast. We have speed. Question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The time in the building. It's alright, I was a Tony Hawk oh my god! Sideways jumps. Serious side hops. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, sideways jumps not quite as easy and not helped by our speed. Whoop. 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 There we go. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. Nekomaru's radio clock can't be tampered with. Dude. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck off. Alright. Well, now we have less than a minute for this third question. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Question 3. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses. I gotta get in there. I got 30 seconds. Speed! Don't fail me now. Alright, we did it.
It's all coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
Every clocks.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
And we know that the elevator was broken on Grape House side, so whoever it was... Oh no, we can't ignore the tampering, because they could just go back through the octagon.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
At least 2 hours. She's right. That's the main problem. We need to clarify how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Akane's account, Fuyuhiko's account, contact David. Clock's alarm. Which one's the clock's alarm tower? That's not that one. Fuyuhiko's account talks about time. Akane, noise. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Akane's account.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock. The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Akane's account.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Got him!
I agree with that.
Good job, Sonia.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Just an earthquake.
What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Oh, didn't you?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
And I'll figure out who the killer is somehow.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
That rumbling sound was heard at 5:30 a.m. Like the answer to how much time was off is 2 hours. We've healed the full. It's been nice.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
Yes, that much.
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
So that we would go there after he was dead at 7, or what we thought was 7.
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Wait, what? Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Wait, what? Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing? If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is... the alarm? No, in order to lure only Nekomaru, did the killer take advantage of the clock's alarm? I mean, the clock in the lounge in Fuyuhiko was only heard, but Nekomaru didn't go there. What lured him out of the lounge anyway? Since the killer Nekomaru took control of the crime scene, just the two of them? Yeah, alright. Besides messing with the times, the killer also used a specific thing. The Monokuma Tai Chi?
I see.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yes.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Yep.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it,
Sorry,
I
Pokal.
realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Three scam calls in one day. Gotta love lack of regulation.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
Eloquently? Tripping over your own feet?
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
I have not heard this before.
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
Alright.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru,
Yeah.
the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Go on. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Oh?
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Uh-huh.
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Remember now.
Oh?
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge.
Oh?
We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Nagito? If it doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Oh, jeez.
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Yeah, where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank,
Go on.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
Oh?
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Like Sonya. He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
Is it something about the premium rooms, maybe?
However, that is also true for me.
Are the premium rooms soundproofed?
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Who was also in a premium room? Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Staying in the premium rooms. I'm ahead of this one. The people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. Secret is, what do these have in common? Could this also be a secret that points to the killer? Hangman's Gambit. Oh god. It's a deluxe room. There we go. I do want to save this X. Oh my god, seriously? Man, I love when they spawn inside of each other. Just get off the screen, please. Delete. lie. These user useless. Don't need X's anymore. Don't need U's ever. Come on. Oh, baby, a triple. Deluxe room. There's an S. Deluxe rooms. Bam! Flawless victory.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may also may have so-and-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy rooms have severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
I will fight you, Nagito.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
No, I really don't.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
The fourth one with a premium room?
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. Killer who murdered Nekomaru. Just, real quick. Fix that. I stayed in a crummy room. Gundam had a premium room.
You're the only one!
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
No, not Gundam. I like
When the
Gundam.
alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge. You rushed over there too, right?
Yep.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop.
Oh, goddamn. Just as I like characters, we lose them.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
No, she's simping.
There's only one possibility.
No, his hamsters.
You weren't in your room at the time.
Hold on, I just fucking gave him stuff. We were gonna work on him. It was gonna be great. I can't have male friends.
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
We're not gonna get his cool gun power.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
God damn it.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
But why Fuyuhiko, or why Gundam?
And once they tried to go back, They couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
It does.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
Yep, Fuyuhiko, you helped us very much. Have a cookie, baby gangsta.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld billowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
God damn it, I like Gundam! Every time I like someone, they die.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
That's a very bad argument.
You bastard. Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
It's true.
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
Go on.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Is it really, Mr., fucking demons coming out of hell?
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
Uh-huh.
I see. You're still holding out.
He is.
Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
This is true.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I don't know, is it, Nagito?
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, you're making me doubt it.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Opening act to what?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, you got your memories back.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Yeah.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Please do tell.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
I mean, he's true. We're close to end of stream time, but, like...
You said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
You think you'll get the information before the last chapter? Probably not.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Yeah, hold on.
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
The mystery of the Octagon!
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
Yeah, but the distance between Grape House and Strawberry House in the verticality is a lot shorter.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
God damn it.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
No, there's secret tunnels.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
What's wrong? Something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Make my argument. Nagito, 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 Nagito. Uh-oh. Radio clock, broken doorknob, wall clock.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken,
You're gonna have to suck one.
Collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Oh. Oh.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
Yep,
It
yep.
would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Nope. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Contradiction when something is obviously wrong. Dude.
That elevator was the only means of travel between...
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Nagito knows about it. Got him.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Yeah, Nagito. Select someone. Nagito.
You're the only one.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Why are you being like this?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve corps show up.
You did. Get fucked.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
They are.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
No! His ultimate attack!
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
Because they had the hammer.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your screaming.
How about you get fucked?
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alright, Hulk, calm the fuck down. Alright, the hammer. The wire, the goodnight button, the pillar fragments, clock's alarm, radio clock, the broken arm. Okay, the wire is on there. Just be sure. Yeah.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion.
Good
Shall
God!
I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay, these ones are terrible. Alright, so we gotta try to get them, like, at the exact angle.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down.
Come on, mash! Yes, okay, we got it. Advance!
I already proved the secret passage exists.
Mm-hmm.
The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Yep.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Probably means try providing the evidence the killer went to the Octagon, right? In that case, I should have to. Dude, break through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood.
The wire!
Cut through those words.
Got him! Alright!
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Aw, yeah, Binks.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Yes, Ke!
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Oh, you want your treat, Binks? I forgot you got a treat. Oh, you're better than a dark deva of destruction. You are the void incarnate. Binks. Oh, master of darkness. Enjoyer of treats. This is but a mortal form with which he engages with the world. He is truly a demon.
It seems this is the end.
Eternal butthead.
Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Hey! Don't take this away from me, Nagito! This is my only thing I have!
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower.
No, the comic! That's my favorite part!
So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Oh, but I want to summarize the case. It's my favorite part.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Oh, does he? Are we gonna see the secret powers?
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Yeah, calm down, Nagito.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
I guess we don't.
You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
Oh no, he's edging.
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
All right.
I cannot finish!
It's okay. You can come, Gundam.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Yeah, but the hamsters could.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
All right, let's go.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Pretty sure that's not how it works, but carry on. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will prove an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Time to remember the panic talk.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you!
Oh no.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you!
Okay, keep.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's
The 4 Dark Devas.
This is the end.
Got it! Holding my controller upside down works! Like, gonna hop up during my day?
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yeah, they pressed buttons before.
Of course it'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid! Pierce through, Super Silver Fox Sandy! Choo-choo! Ah, I pressed the button? Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Wahaha! Soon the door of destiny shall open!
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yep.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Got him!
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
Yes.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Yeah, I know, Sonia, you were simping for him.
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Oh god, is he also going all despair on me?
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
He's great, man. He's great. Alright. Yay! Maddie gets the closing argument. Alright, what do we got? Stock 1. Nekomaru wakes up. Does he need to sleep? Doorknob came off. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Fuyuhiko can't sleep. Hamster pressed it. Alright, so... Who set the lunch clock's alarm? Not gonna help. Who's in the alarm since early morning? Fuyuhiko was there. What time did Pokemon see Nekomaru? Dude, look at him walking in. Yes! Oh, it's so beautiful. Nekomaru's weakness is... Press the button. Wire up around Nekomaru's feet. Okay. Killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? The fake weapon left at the tower. Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? Broken doorknob. Alright, that should be everything. Stock 2, let's go. It's 5:30. It's 5 a.m. Alright. Let's zip on back. From the top. Do do do. I love the music on this too. Alright, what do we got? Who set the lounge clock's alarm? Yeah? That's probably not it. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Dude. Time before you can see Nekomaru. It's 5 a.m. right now. Reading! It's so helpful. Wire up around Nekomaru's feet. Dude. Meet up because of the lounge. Dude. Killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Fake weapon left. Dude. The alarm clock. That's it. Stock 3. Binks. Binks, Binks, not the mouse. That's still active for some reason. We don't need to suddenly show up the keyboard controls. Alright. Alright, cool. We can just jump pages. Fire rectum on Nekomaru's feet. The door handle. Killer destroyed what? Press the button to Great Hall. Strawberry Horse button. Last stock. Alright, where we got empties? Where we got empties. Fake weapon left at the scene. The hammer. And heard the rumbling noise. Me did. I did. Yay.
Everything that happened in this case.
All right.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Yay. Fuck you, Nagito. Can't take this away from me.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final death. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Man, I love this sexy pose, and I wish we had Gundam in it.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower.
Oh.
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the knife button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire.
Yep.
The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful.
Yes.
And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
The bonking hammer.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage. So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
Yes.
He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
He's got that powerful sway.
Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Kiss the
Nekomaru
pillar.
fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact.
Man, Kazuichi looks a little menacing there.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Yep.
That's someone.
I love that fabulous
I can't
pose.
think of anyone else but you.
He looks gay. Let's go. I'm in.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Thank you for congratulating me.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
No, Akane. No.
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe
I'm also having trouble believing it, but it is true.
you killed Nekomaru. I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
All right.
My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
But we're beloved. Why did you do it? Other than hungry. Yeah. Fucking 11 points. $45. B. Monocoins. We had a few missteps. What's this one? Missteps 45. Damn. We lost 9 points. We got 9 points for our misstep. Fuck. All right.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I'm gonna hope the right choice. We got coin.
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Oh, he did. Fuck. All right, who's guilty? We're running out of friends. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again! Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement! That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse! What is a friend but a miserable bylaws? Was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue!
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake I shall correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there may be ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. as I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I've nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
That is a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I do not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Huh.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid!
Good job.
In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
You know what? I kind of like it. I'm down.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside this building, everyone has been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog-eat-dog? Cannibalism? In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order! It is the arrogance of humanity!
You.
Are you saying all that to try and justify what you did?
But...
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall,
But,
tears.
even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here? That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me, you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I cannot believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools. Not in a million. Not in a billion. Not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, that is not possible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin!
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Oh my god, is he gonna get bred?
Wait,
This is just too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia, please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
darkness.
That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
I think he was a hero.
Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Y'all have to let me know how I did on that voice. I'ma miss it.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Ironic death! Ironic death! Alright, here we go! Ironic death! Ironic death! We've been here for like almost 3 hours. Time for the punishment! This is what we do it for, chat. Is that a bunch of animals with fruit on their heads? Execution executed. He's left them on the rock. He cares. He has drawn a summoning circle. Wait, what? Magic is real? Yeah, nope, magic is not real. No! No! Fuck, I have feelings! I guess you're not going to hell, Gundam. God damn it. I liked Gundam. I wanted to hang out with him. He just wanted friends. Gundam. No. No! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off, I need to throw something!
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this! You're all full of shit, every last one of you! But the biggest piece of shit is me! Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
How long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that!
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Yeah, we're kind of running out. We're running low on numbers. Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this gonna continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. The mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, we'll sleep just as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it's just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. It's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appeared!
Alright, Monokuma's arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Wow.
It's what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see, so even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time!
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even
Well,
know?
there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hidden among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students should be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right! I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making! If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hoax Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder!
Hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slap false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to eat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting
Well,
all
you're
riled up.
splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing your magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight you or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I...
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no! I mean, I want to make everyone in the group feel this player. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself in despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this?
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question. If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? That sounds... What? Alright, weird bomb, continue. 5 days left. Uh-oh. That's like 2 chapters. At most. Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? And... Alright, back to daily Kasumi. Yay! To be continued. We obtained the Hellhound Earring! It's been relevant since Chapter 1! Oh, right, I need to be tabbed back in. Would I like to save my progress? Yep, right there. Perfect. Alright. No more. Back to the main menu. Oh my god, that guy's still fucking outside screaming. Oh, alright. So, that was interesting. We continue into the darkness alone. No more Gundam. No more Nekomaru. These are the 2 hardest voices to do. I can relax a bit. We got all the neutrals left. In terms of it, next stream we will have Sunday with Dragon Quest III. Hopefully we finish it up. We still got a lot of world to explore, so it could be a couple of weeks. Tuesday we'll have Vampire Survivors trying to get through the Emerald Disc. And then on Thursday again, we will continue here with the next chapter, Chapter 5. So look forward to it. I've been quite enjoying the game, especially after we finished the Nonary games. And after this, well, we'll have the third game. It'll be fun. Steam's already like, hey, install it and play it next. And I'm like, no, I need to finish first. But I digress. Thank you everyone for coming out. I had a wonderful time. If there's more multi-world mayhem, we will do that as well. But until then, I will see you later.